Thanks for joining us here at UTD TV. I'm Anji Chong. For our top stories, this spring UT Dallas is working to institute a campus-wide ban of tobacco products. University President Richard Benson has sent out an email announcing these preparations. The Administrative Project Coordinator at the Student Wellness Center, Austin Rupert, shares some details with us on why the ban is taking place on June 1st, 2017.
So as far as tobacco, over the years, there's been a ton of research done on tobacco products and the health risk involved with them. Tobacco can lead to things such as cancer, of course, and heart disease. These are also things that are found in people who possibly aren't tobacco users, but receive the effects due to secondhand smoke.
On Tuesday, January 24th, UTD's student government took a vote on whether or not the UT Dallas campus as a whole should take a stand against the Texas Bathroom Bill SB 6, which was introduced by Texas State Senator Lois Kolkhorst and Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick. The bill, also called the Texas Privacy Act, states that individuals must use the bathroom that corresponds with the sex on their birth certificate. LGBT advocates argue that this provision is discriminatory against transgender individuals who haven't amended their birth certificate and therefore would not be able to use the bathroom that matches their gender identity. In response to the question of whether or not UTD students support the bill, members of UTD Pride attended the meeting and vocalized their reasons for standing against it. UTD student government passed a resolution to condemn the Texas legislation. And now we go over to Jordan Murphy for sports.
Hello Comets, a lot has happened in the Dallas sports world over winter break. Let's catch up. The Cowboys had their electric season halted in the divisional round of the NFC playoffs. On January 15th of the new year, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers outgunned the boys in Dallas 34-31. The team's NFC East crown was their second divisional title in 3 years. They're sending 5 players to the Pro Bowl in Orlando on January 29th. Moving on to the NHL, the Dallas Stars are lingering around the 500 mark. At the time, they're currently at a record of 19 wins and 20 losses, along with 10 overtime losses. They're sitting at 5th place in the Central Division of the Western Conference with 48 points. The Mavericks continue to struggle in the 2017 season. Their current record is 16-29, placing them in last place of the Southwest Division in the Western Conference. Let's shift our focus now to UTD sports. The men's basketball team is currently riding a 3-game win streak as they look to take on Ozarks next on January 30th. They're a half game back from East Texas Baptist and are currently in 4th place in the ASC East. Junior point guard Caleb Banks has had a busy month of January so far. He broke the UTD school record for assists in a single game with 14 against McMurray on January 5th. Then, on January 16th, Banks was named the ASC East Division Men's Player of the Week. The team has 5 regular season ASC matchups left in the 2017 season. The UTD women's basketball team is currently on top of all ASC standings with a 10-1 conference record. The ladies broke the program's consecutive wins record when they rattled off 11 straight in a winning streak that spanned 44 days. Michaela Gonzalez was named the ASC East Division Women's Player of the Week on December 19th and January 16th. The women's team also has 5 ASC matchups remaining before the postseason begins. As things stand now, they are setting their eyes on a regular season conference crown. The softball season begins with 4 home games, starting on February 2nd with a doubleheader against Oregon Pacific. The team was picked to finish 3rd in the preseason ASC poll. The baseball season will kick off on February 10th with a contest against Concordia in Grand Prairie. In the preseason ASC poll, the team was slated to finish 5th. In other UTD sports news, when the academic All-ASC teams for fall sports were released on January 17th, 42 Comet names were included. That wraps up our first recap of the spring. We're excited to see what this semester will hold in the Dallas sports world. For UTD TV Sports, I'm Jordan Murphy.
Hey there, Comets. The Oscar nominations were recently announced, meaning it's that time of year again to talk snubs, dresses, and social justice, all the same star-studded sentence. The big talk of Tinseltown this year was the musical hit La La Land, starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. The singing-dancing duo stole the hearts of Oscar voters this year along with 14 nominations for a multitude of categories including Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Director. Other Best Picture nominees this year included Moonlight, the story of a young black man's struggle to discover himself in a rough neighborhood of Miami; Manchester by the Sea, a tale of an uncle and nephew finding purpose in one another while coping with significant loss; Arrival, the alien sci-fi thriller based off Ted Chiang's short story, A Story of Your Life, or Hell or High Water, a modern western that sets two brothers on a thieving crusade against big banks in order to save their family's ranch. Of course, those are only some of the many great nominees this year. In fact, I dare to say it is one of the strongest lineups of Best Picture films in quite some time. Try to catch them in theaters or a streaming service near you. In fact, you can catch our boys from Solar Entertainment review one of the nominees, Hidden Figures, right now if you're so inclined. Now let's check out what's been hitting the top of the music charts this week. Coming in third on iTunes Top Songs is Bad Things by Machine Gun Kelly, followed by the number 2 spot I Don't Want to Live, straight off the 50 Shades Darker soundtrack, and performed by Zayn and Taylor Swift. And in the top of the charts this week is Ed Sheeran's A Shape of You. Also recently releases the latest album by the Migos titled Culture. The album also features appearances from several famous artists including DJ Khaled, Lil Uzi Vert, 2 Chainz, and Travis Scott. So be sure to keep an ear out for all those hits and let us know what we should be listening to in the comments below. And last but certainly not least is the latest video game to come from Capcom Studios. Resident Evil 7, a PlayStation VR-enabled game, came out to the delight of many longtime fans. Its new first-person spooks and scrapes gave a new life to the series that's seemingly as dead as its many villains. The game's available on Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. That's all the entertainment news we have for you. Be sure to subscribe and check out our YouTube channel and other shorts and shows that we have available. For UTD TV Entertainment, I'm Rudy Avila.
Thanks for watching UTD TV. I'm Anji Chong. For more news and information, please check out our website at utdtv.com.